welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. Welcome to our little community, to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here. I create fragrance, beauty, fashion, lifestyle content, and if that's of interest to you, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. So let's get into this review. Here's the reason why you all clicked on this video: Tom Ford's latest fragrance release, Tuberose Nue. So that means naked tuberose in French. So if you guys want to see what my thoughts are on this fragrance, please keep watching. I buy new releases like this, you guys, so that you don't have to. You can see what my experience is and maybe it helps you. So I try to buy new fragrances, new releases for you guys. I just reviewed another new release, Parfums Romali latest release, Delina La Rose. I will link that up here for you guys. Check that as well. So this was named something scandalous, something naughty, just like the other Tom Ford private blend collection perfumes like Lost Cherry or Rose Prick or Effing Fabulous. So this one is kind of scandalous, kind of naughty, the name Naked Tuberose, and the description on the Tom Ford website is kind of scandalous as well. I ordered this as soon as it was released, and I just received it this earlier today, and I was working during the day, so I couldn't film obviously. So the moment I got off work, I turned on the camera and I sat here. I wanted to get this review up for you guys as soon as possible. I'm filming at nighttime right now, but yeah, this just arrived earlier today and I sprayed it on myself. I've been wearing it for about, I would say, 4 hours now. I have mixed feelings about this perfume, you guys. I will get to that here in a second. This is the 50 ml, which is I think 1.7 ounces. This one is $350, you guys. Yes, it's quite expensive, but I wanted to get this perfume as soon as I heard it was coming out. So this is what the outer packaging looks like, you guys. I don't know if my camera's focusing. I'm going to take it out now. This is what the fragrance looks like. It is the same bottle design as all the other private blend bottles. It actually smells really good right off the sprayer here. And let me refresh my memory. I sprayed it about 4 hours ago. So okay guys, this fragrance smells different. First of all, let me tell you, this fragrance smells quite a bit different on the skin than it does on clothes. On clothes, the musk note is predominant with the suede in there. I will get to that here in a second. You can smell the tuberose very much. Now on the dry down, the skin and clothes kind of become a little bit more similar than the initial spray. Before I get into fragrance notes and accords and all that good stuff, the thoughts that came to my mind right away when I smelled this was that, first of all, this is a very potent tuberose scent, and the second thought was that it's very rough around the edges kind of tuberose. It's not a smooth tuberose scent. And the other thing that came to my mind is that the blend here, the perfume blend, is not as, rounded, well-rounded and smooth like Rouge Malachite, for example. Not, as smooth as that. Now that's a very beautiful tuberose scent right there. I don't think the blend is as smooth as I thought it was going to be. So those are my initial thoughts. But then as I let it sit on my skin and clothes, I have more thoughts about the fragrance. I'll get to that very soon. But at first I want to talk about the fragrance notes. So this has Timid Pepper, which has, I guess, a little bit of a citrusy kind of, spicy vibe. And then it has Night Blooming Tuberose and Jasmine. So those are the white flowers in there. Tuberose is very dominant. The jasmine I don't smell as much as the tuberose. Tuberose is front and center. And the other note that is very dominant in this fragrance is musk. So I'm smelling tuberose, the musk, and then it has suede in it. I smell the suede too. So I smell tuberose, musk, and suede the most. I think jasmine's taken a back seat in this. The spiciness, I can smell a little bit of that zingy soda spice from the timut pepper. I can smell that a little bit in the opening. I think this has Tyrax and oud, I'm not sure. But I think for sure the timut pepper, tuberose, jasmine, there's suede, musk in here. So those are the very much what I smell, the dominant notes that I'm smelling. It's very much a strong white floral tuberose, amber, musky, sort of leathery vibes from that suede, animalic, powdery, slightly fresh, warm, spicy scent. Yeah, so what I smell, the dominant accords I'm smelling are, like I said, white floral, tuberose, the musk, the leather vibes. So those are the dominant accords in this fragrance. I gotta tell you, this is not a tuberose for the faint of hearts. So it's definitely a tuberose that is going to be appealing to a specific sort of nose that really appreciate white florals and also appreciate musk at the same time. It's really hard to describe how I'm feeling about this fragrance. It's in the initial spray, it's very strong. It just like smack you in the face with that tuberose and musk mainly. Like the musk is actually in the base, but I can smell the musk right away when I spray. And the tuberose is super strong. It's more like a punch you in the face kind of tuberose in the initial spray. The tuberose, I believe, is in the middle. But that jasmine that's supposed to be in the top, I am not smelling as much as the tuberose. Here's the thing, don't get me wrong. I kind of love this fragrance and I kind of don't know how to feel about this fragrance at the same time. I feel like it's like initial spray especially, it's really beautiful. Like that tuberose comes across gorgeous. Like the opening is really, really pretty. I really loved that gorgeous tuberose. I'm a huge fan of tuberose. Tuberose is this very kind of milky, beautiful, like creamy white floral that can be super, super feminine and super gorgeous. Love tuberose, love jasmine, night blooming tuberose. It's super gorgeous. And yeah, you get that in the opening, but then immediately as it starts to move away from the opening, you can smell that musk right there, kind of very strong, you know, almost like shoulder to shoulder with the tuberose. And then as it dries down, that's where I'm not sure how I feel about this fragrance. When it dries down, it kind of dries down to a strong musky white floral, like the musky scent. The leather, the suede, the musk sort of kind of come to the forefront as it dries down. You guys know that I love musk in my base notes. I love musk because musk makes fragrances kind of sexy, last long actually, and also gives it a sort of an edge, like that modern, contemporary sort of edge to fragrances. But I feel like because this is a unisex fragrance, I think that's where they might have gone too far. Because this is a unisex fragrance, to make it unisex, you know, white florals tend to lean feminine if you don't mix that with the right other notes. So I feel like this is a unisex fragrance, and in the effort to kind of make this a unisex fragrance, more on the unisex side, they put too higher of a dose of musk and suede, that leathery accord in there. And I feel like that musk and that suede with that leathery accord kind of compete with the very beautiful, pretty, creamy tuberose. And therefore it's making that tuberose not be the usual tuberose, kind of makes it a little bit more rough around the edges, a little bit more jagged edged, you know, tuberose instead of that smooth, creamy tuberose. So I think in trying to make this a unisex fragrance and to give it that edge, I think they might have gone too far. They might have gone a little too far with the musk and the suede note, the leather accord. That's what I think might have happened here. On the dry down, guys, that very strong sort of suede and musk together with the white has a little bit of a, again, don't get the picture in your head. It's not exactly like it. I don't know how else to describe it. Has a little bit of a hairspray vibe on the dry down, especially on clothes. So I'll get to that now. So this on the skin, in the initial spray, it smells super, super like tuberose, that tuberose we're all used to. Very pretty. And then you can smell the musk right away. But it's not as strong as you smell that on the clothes. On the clothes, even on the initial spray, you can smell the musk and the leather cord from the suede. You can smell that on the clothes. Here's the thing, you guys. These are my initial thoughts. These are my like first impressions, kind of, you know. I mean, I only sprayed it once as soon as it arrived like 4 hours ago. Now I'm on camera spraying it again, smelling. I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that you have to sort of wear for a while before you really know how you feel, you know. So, because I gotta say, you know, right now I'm smelling this. It has like this very unique dry down to it. It actually is kind of edgy. Again, because of that musk, it always gives that edginess to perfumes. But then mixed in with suede, it's a little bit different from the musky edginess that I'm used to in the other perfumes that I own. There's a suede accord in here. That's the difference. It's very kind of edgy, different, unique dry down. And I'm kind of drawn to it. But I'm also kind of like, I'm not sure. So it's kind of like, I don't think a fragrance has made me feel this way in a very long time, where I feel conflicted. Definitely that tuberose is almost going away on the dry down on my skin. But I can still smell the tuberose on my clothes, but I'm smelling more of that musk and suede. And here on my skin, yeah, I can smell the tuberose, but that musk and suede, they're very present. I sprayed it again, you guys. Okay, there's that opening again. Very beautiful tuberose in the opening before you smell the musk, and then musk comes to play right away. There's tuberose, and there it is with the musk. Now I'm smelling the suede. So in the opening, the very first spray, what you get the most is that tuberose that we all know, and then you can smell the tuberose with the musk, that edginess, and then you can smell the suede, that in that order. And on the clothes, I'm gonna spray one more time. Yeah, opening, again, more tuberose in the opening. I'm only, you know, smelling that sort of citrusy kind of spiciness from the timot pepper, only a little bit, not too much. It's not front and center. And now it's drying down. So I'm going to give it time to dry down, this second spray that I sprayed on. Now, there it is, drying down now. Now I'm smelling that musk and that suede a lot more than the tuberose. Yeah, same here. So in the initial spray, you will get a lot more of a big dose of tuberose, but then when it dries down, it'll go more to that musky suede side as it dries down. I wouldn't touch this if you are not a white floral lover, musk lover. If you don't like fragrance accords like leather in your perfumes or musk in your perfumes, and you don't like white florals, you hate white florals, don't get this. Because this is definitely not a safe blind buy, you guys. I think this is the kind of fragrance that you should get your nose on. You probably won't even be able to decide from fragrance reviews how you feel about this fragrance, because it's really truly unique. I gotta give this fragrance that. It's super unique type of white floral. I've never put my nose on a white floral as unique as this one. Very unique for sure. Very, very unique. There'll be people who just die hard love this because they love musk. They love white florals. They love, you know, like leathery notes sometimes in their fragrances to give that sort of edge. If you're, you know, if you're one of those people, you will just, it'll be your dream come true. But if you're somebody who really isn't into that sort of musky, leathery thing and you don't like white florals, I don't think this is for you. Go into Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom, wherever they're selling this. Get your nose on it first and then buy the perfume. Yeah, it's very, very unique though, guys. It's definitely a very unique, edgy white floral. It's very animalic as well from that musk and that leather. Again, not a safe blind buy, but I kind of like it, you guys. I mean, as I'm sitting here, it's starting to grow on me and I feel like I might end up really liking this fragrance. I don't know yet. I haven't worn it enough times for me to really kind of decide how I feel about this fragrance. This is not a very feminine kind of tuberose. Again, it's rough around the edges, but that doesn't mean it's masculine. It's definitely not better for men. It's a more of an edgy white floral for women. I really think this is going to smell better on women than men. You know, adding that leathery musk accords, they were trying to make this more unisex, but I don't think it quite worked out. White florals are, again, hard to make unisex or, you know, give it a masculine twist. You just really have to know how to blend and what to blend it with. I think that it went over to the musk and suede side, especially in the dry down. If there was a little bit more of a balance with the white floral on the white floral side with maybe more white florals and maybe a slightly bigger dose of tuberose that stayed in the dry down more prominently, that might have been better. I don't know. But this is very edgy, very, very, very different. I might actually end up loving this, but I'm not sure. Right now, I'm undecided. I feel like maybe it's a little bit too on the dry down. There's not enough tuberose for me, and it's giving me that a little bit of the hairspray vibe. I'm not going as far as bug spray, but you know, like that leather accord from suede is a little too strong in the dry down for me. So I really am not sure how I feel about it. I'll update you guys maybe down the line when I'm doing a different video how I feel about this, you know, maybe weeks from now, months from now. But right now I'm not quite sure how to feel about this, but it's definitely a unique fragrance. I love it when fragrances have that musk, you know, even if it's white floral but has that little bit of musk for the edginess. Like, that's why I love Narciso Rodriguez fragrances like Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. But that's the right amount of musk, you know. But this one I think went too far to the musk and suede side, making it not very feminine, but at the same time not great for men either. So it's like a very super far out there fragrance for women, in my opinion. Tuberose Nue by Tom Ford, the latest fragrance release. I hope this review was helpful to you guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I will see you guys in my next video.